Hey guys, it's Courtney from Sweet Tooth Outlaws. First of all, I do want to apologize for my throat and my voice. It's kind of a little bit scratchy. I have been sick the last few weeks, but that's not stopping me from doing what I love. I do want to say thank you for the support for the last 3 years. Sorry that I have been away just due to personal reasons. Dealing with the death of my father has been very tough, and getting back to normal life. He unfortunately passed away 2 years ago. So for those who have lost a parent, you understand where I'm coming from. Also, my partner who used to help me with the channel, which was my husband then, is now my ex-husband. We did get a divorce. So this is the start of me. This is me doing this channel by myself. And hopefully I'll be able to add some family and friends along the way that will join me for future episodes. I got to thinking during the holidays of Christmas 2017 of what really made me happy. And that was doing my channel and doing it for you guys and teaching you things and recipes that you can actually do at home that are very simple and doing different themes. So I decided this year, in the year 2018, to bring back Sweet Tooth Outlaws with a fresh new look. So what I did is I went back to the channel and deleted all the old videos. And so some of the episodes that you have seen before, some of the recipes, they will be returning, but with a different twist in a way, as you could say. So let's start off today's episode with a very theme close to me. I am a nerd, so I am a huge Harry Potter fan, and so I'm going to be making you some very simple vanilla cupcakes with the house colors for each house and with some of the house rings that go along. I also want to go ahead and apologize in advance. The camera that I am working off of is an older laptop, so it may not be up to date, but that's okay. Along in the future, we'll have better up to date software and technology. So, as I mentioned, this is a Harry Potter themed episode. We're making some cupcakes, and we're also going to be making some Butterbeer milkshakes, which is an awesome recipe that I found, and I want to share it with you guys. So, as you can see, my shirt, I am a Hufflepuff. I've got my Hufflepuff loyalty necklace on, my Hufflepuff charm bracelet, my Hufflepuff ring, and my Hufflepuff hair bow. As you will see, the table behind me has been set up for a Harry Potter theme. So let's get started, and I will go over the recipe with you. Alright, so first of all, what you're going to do is, in my mixing bowl, I do have 1 cup of sugar. I've also got a ½ cup of butter. Now what you're going to do with your butter and your sugar is you're going to combine it and cream it together and mix it. That'll be the base of your vanilla cupcakes. And also to add to the ingredients, and I'll go over it, I've got 2 eggs. They have been separated into each containers because you are going to add these in separately. I've also got 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Now I am using the real vanilla extract, but you can also use imitation vanilla, so it's totally up to you. It's the same. I've also got 1 3/4 teaspoon of baking powder. And also in my big cup right here, I've got 1 3/4 cup of flour, and to that you're also going to add a ½ cup of milk. And that'll be your last thing that you're going to add. So let me go ahead and start creaming together the butter and the sugar. And then your second egg. Into that, you're going to add your baking powder, and your vanilla. And then you're going to go ahead and add your flour as well. And then after you've added your ingredients in, your last ingredient is to add your half a cup of milk. Alright guys, so what I did is I went to Party City and I got these black cupcake liners. There's like 75 of them for like, I think it was $2. They're in the baking section at Party City. There's different colors, different designs, and I picked black because I figured that would go good for all the houses. And what I've done is I have taken an ice cream scoop, just a regular normal ice cream scoop. It's easier to scoop that way to get one scoopful of batter, and it fills a full sheet of your cupcake liners, or your cupcake tins. You're going to want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees and bake these cupcakes for 20 to 25 minutes. Alright guys, so while our cupcakes are off to the side cooling, I'm going to show you how to make a buttercream frosting. Now it's a simple recipe, easy to follow. The ingredients that we'll be using is 1 box of confectioner sugar, 1 cup of butter, which is 2 sticks of butter. You're going to have 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 2 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream. Now, I've learned in past experiences with making buttercream frosting, some of the recipes I've seen will call for 2 tablespoons of milk. Now, I do not use milk. I've used milk once, and it left my frosting very grainy and runny, which is not very good for, especially if you're going to pipe on cupcakes or frost, because it's very runny. So I advise you to use heavy whipping cream or regular whipping cream. Now, I do have 4 separate containers right here. Now, with these, I'm going to take a spoon and scoop at least 1 spoonful of each icing in each container. That way we can start mixing our colors to make our Harry Potter houses. Now, I ordered these from Amazon, and these are actually Harry Potter house rings for your cupcakes. So we've got all 4 houses in here. So what you're going to do is you're going to start off by creaming your butter and your sugar together. Now make sure your butter is going to be very soft, because that's the easiest way to get it creaming together with your sugar. Now when your butter and your confectioner is creamed together, it's going to look just like this, where it's very smooth and it's all blended in together. That is a very good sign that everything is creamed together. So now we're just going to start adding our other ingredients to it. Now the fun part begins, where we're going to separate icings in 4 containers and start making our house colors. So your best bet is to take a spoonful and just start putting it in each container. So now, since I have my icing separated into 4 ramekins, I am now going to start dyeing my colors, different Harry Potter house colors. So for your Gryffindor, you're going to want to do red. For your Hufflepuff, you'll want to do yellow. For your Ravenclaw, you'll want to do blue. And for Slytherin, you'll want to do green. Now, if you don't know what house you belong to in the Harry Potter world, your best bet is to go to Pottermore. I believe it's pottermore.com, or at least Google search Pottermore. And when you get to the website, you can create an account, and I believe it will then prompt you to be sorted, and it will ask you questions it'll ask you questions how someone would ask you how to answer certain questions truthfully, and that way, going by that, it will actually sort you into a house. So, funny story, when I decided to go into Pottermore and see which house I actually belonged to, I actually thought I was going to be a Slytherin, because in high school, I was the gothic, mischievous kid, and I was like, okay, got it, Slytherin, that's who I belong to. So when I got Hufflepuff, I was kind of shocked. I really was. I was very shocked. I was like, so how can this be? So when I was reading into Hufflepuffs, it mentioned things like how they're loyal and they're just. And I'm like, that does suit me because I am very loyal to my family and my friends. And if I'm in a relationship, I will be loyal in a relationship. And so I think I took the quiz like 3 times and answered it in different ways possible. And all those 3 times, my result was Hufflepuff. So in the end, I was like, okay, I'm definitely a Hufflepuff. And I'm very proud to be a Hufflepuff. So let me go ahead and start with our colors and transforming our frosting into different houses. Alrighty, so now that our cupcakes have had time to cool and I mixed up all the frosting colors, got a little dirty in the process with some of the food dye. But if you're not getting messy in your kitchen, then you're not having fun. So that's okay. You can do laundry. It's just a little bit of food coloring. You're good. So let's go ahead and start decorating our cupcakes. Our final thing is we're going to top them with our Hogwarts Harry Potter house rings. So the first one I'm pulling out is Slytherin. So we're going to put Slytherin for our green one right here. The next one we have is a Hufflepuff. We're going to put it on our yellow one. And then we have our Gryffindor. So we go for a red one. And then we have our Ravenclaw. This is going to go on our blue one. Like I said, I ordered these from Amazon. Hogwarts Houses cupcakes. Alright, guys. In order to make your Butterbeer milkshakes, these are the ingredients that you'll need. You're going to need 3½ cups of vanilla bean ice cream, 1/2 cup of butterscotch syrup, 1 bag of butterscotch chips, 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt, 1 12-ounce bottle of cream soda, and also a can of whipped cream. And also a jar. I'm using a glass jar to have as my cup. Now you can freeze this if you want to or not. I'm choosing not to freeze it. So what you're going to do is you're going to put all your ingredients into your blender or whatever mixture that you have. I'm using I believe it's a mini bullet is what it's called. Now that we have our milkshake blended and smooth, it's time to pour it into our glass, finish it off, and give it a taste. for your milkshake is you're going to take your whipped cream and you're going to top it. Spray it in there. And then you're going to take some of these butterscotch chips. You're going to open the bag. Sometimes they're a pain to open, so you can always have a little pair of scissors on the side. And you're just going to top it off with some chips. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pour some in my hand. And that way you can just put it on top. And sometimes it'll make a little bit of a mess. Everybody, Butterbeer milkshakes. And that is so good. Remember everyone, just like old times before, if you like what you see, please give the video a like. Leave a comment down below. Let me know which house you guys are sorted into. Maybe we can be fellow Hufflepuffers. If you do end up making the cupcakes or the milkshake that you just seen, let me know. Share it with me on Facebook, Twitter. You know, I love to see the creations that you make, and if you recreate the recipes. They're not that hard to make. If I can make it, I know you guys can make it as well. So remember, until next time, you guys have a sweet day. Bye.